Hello and welcome to another episode from Fact City. Today we're going to be taking a look at 10 of the strangest jobs around the world. To start things off, we have professional sleeping. Yes, you heard that right. A job surely many people dream about requires nothing more than for you to sleep on the job. Typically scientists or bedding manufacturers record and study your sleep cycles in order to either figure out the mysteries behind numerous sleep disorders or simply to see if their product is comfortable enough to get a full night's sleep. Dog surfing instructor. Yes, you heard that right. Although most people do not themselves know how to surf, they have no problem with paying someone to teach their canine companions how to hang 10 and catch some waves. Historically, surfing dogs have been documented as occurring as early as the 1920s in the United States. Competitions and exhibitions that feature surfing dogs have occurred in various coastal areas of the United States. Although now you can find an instructor to teach your dog as an activity when traveling at a getaway resort. Professional mourner. A professional mourner, when you get right down to it, is an actor. Typically they get hired because maybe the family is worried about low attendance, or they want to make the deceased seem more important or at least popular. The only thing sadder than a funeral is a funeral that nobody shows up to, so the decision is generally coming from a good place. A lot of study has to be done before the day of the funeral, as many family members and relatives would be somewhat suspicious of a stranger they've never met before having showed up claiming to be very close with the deceased. Professional ear cleaners. Professional ear cleaners are mainly found in the streets of India. Though it is a dying profession, professional ear cleaning is a job that's been passed down for generation to generation. It involves working the streets of India, cleaning people's ears of any foreign body, wax, and dust with a cotton-covered needle and a pair of pincers. Generally, getting your ears cleaned by someone in this profession does more harm than good by causing infections and the collapse of the eardrum. Pet food tester. Typically you'd think that they'd have various pets tasting new pet foods and decide what to mass produce by what the animal seems to enjoy eating, but nope. Instead, there are people who taste your pet's food, many claiming the motto, "If you wouldn't put it in your mouth, don't you dare expect your dog to eat it." A pet food tester eats everything from doggy treats and chewy bones to liver mixture. What testers are looking for is palatability. They are looking for it to be soft in the mouth and want it to be an enjoyable experience for the dog. Chicken sexer. Don't worry, it's worse than it sounds. Generally when chicks are born they all cuddle together in large groups in order to stay warm. The main objective is to separate the males from the females, as the females are kept in order to lay more eggs for the future and the males are almost immediately killed in order to reduce costs to the breeder. There are several different ways in order to tell the different sexes apart, but we'd rather not get into them. Professional pusher. Also referred to as Japan's Oshiya. They are effectively professional pushers, people who are meant to stuff passengers onto the busy and already overpacked subways around Tokyo. According to CNN, these workers wear white gloves and uniforms, and expertly pack even the fullest subway car to capacity, ensuring that as many people as possible can catch their train on time. Sounds like a very hands-on job if you ask me. Armpit sniffer. As many of us know, deodorants for the most part all smell delightful. However, in order to ensure only the fresh scents hit the shelves in your local stores, someone needs to make sure they actually do what they are meant to do: mask body odor. In order to do this, the deodorant needs to be applied, and yup, you guessed it, a professional sniffer comes in, nose first, pressed against the pit, and takes a nice big whiff to see if this scent is a no-auger during your next trip to the supermarket. Car plate blocker. In a bid to reduce congestion on the roads, Iran has put into effect an absolute and unparalleled genius policy where cars with number plates ending in odd and even numbers are only allowed on roads on alternate days only. In order to combat this genius law, people are hired to stand in front of cars, blocking the car plate from view, so that the car owner can avoid punishment when driving during prohibited hours. Seems like a nice place to plan your next trip. For our finale, we have gross stunt tester. Gross stunt testers are one of the main reasons you get to see horrifying and disgusting things being eaten on your favorite Survive to Win TV series. All the things that are to be eaten on that day's episode must first be taste tested in order to avoid any lawsuits. So remember, for every person who scarfs down a grasshopper on a reality show, there are many more who've done the same thing just before them. And that's gonna do it for today's episode. Be sure to check back soon for another episode straight from Fact City.